one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving into the superintendent's report, we have good news first.
Good evening. A few items of good news tonight to share. The junior high school would like to thank President Bolin for your famous cookie delivery. And I will also add instructional programs would like to thank you as well. They were delicious and much appreciated. LCC would like to thank the Kiwanis Club. They appreciated the shopping trip and generous donation of shoes for their students. Additionally, last week, 5th through 8th grade students had the opportunity to hear from 5 outstanding community members who generously took the time to speak about how their roles contribute to fostering respect within our community. Specifically, they would like to thank Stephanie Vanderweide of CSL Bearings, Leo Jeremilo, City of Kankakee Economic Development Navigator, Angelina Gear, Visit Kankakee County, Alicia Kleinert, MCA Senior Adult Day Center, and Bill Yanka of Kankakee Riverfront, who is the director. And finally, Kankakee High School would like to thank the members of the class of 1960 for visiting the high school on March 17, 2025 to tour the school and eat lunch with staff and students. Additionally, on March 19th, Kankakee High School hosted a community partnership breakfast in the community center. Present were over 25 organizations. This event allowed staff and administration to learn more about the resources available to the community and the high school students. They would like to thank all of the community partners for participating and coming out to this breakfast. That is our good news for today.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving on. I think it's still you for these.
It is, yes. So in our instructional programs report this evening, I would like to begin. For your approval tonight, you are presented with a proposal from Reminded. Reminded is a consultant we've been working with over the course of this school year as she, our consultant, Ms. Camille, has been supporting our SEL coaches and social workers. As a result of the partnership with her, as well as a needs assessment that was completed, we've identified the need to pursue further investigation into a social emotional learning curriculum. This curriculum would be for pre-K through 12. It would also be trauma informed, and it would integrate our work with Reminded and the science-backed Tier 1 social emotional support for all students. Additionally, this would foster an opportunity to really strengthen our school community while honoring the history within Kankakee. They have an approach, Reminded's approach is rooted in neuroscience, indicating that it utilizes specific strategies fostering emotional intelligence, again, those trauma-informed practices, ensuring equity and access for all of our students. They use a proprietary support plan, and that support framework focuses on stress response management, understanding neural networks, personal and professional growth, practicing integration of those strategies, observation and modeling, relationship building, and once again, the trauma-informed support. This is, again, a multi-year collaboration, would be about 4 years where we would explore this curriculum, develop it, then we look at the progression of it so that how is it working, and then how do we sustain and continue to transform the social emotional learning of our students, staff, and our larger school community. So that is presented to you for approval tonight later on in the meeting.
The action items, I
Yes.
believe.
Yes,
Are there
sir.
any questions about the Reminded curriculum? Okay, just to clarify, this is a supplement to our existing curriculum currently, correct?
It would both supplement and replace. So we have gaps in our current SEL curriculum, its implementation and usage across our pre-K through 12 continuum. So there are resources in place already. This would replace and further enhance those supports across all grade levels.
On a consistent level.
Correct.
Hopefully.
Consistently, yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Any other questions? Okay.
Additionally, I wanted to provide for you an update on our curriculum and instruction audit. So at our last board meeting, you approved our audit in partnership with Curriculum Management Solutions Incorporated. So just to give you, in just a few short weeks, we have already started the document review process, sharing documents with the organization. So phase 1 was that document collection and focused area opportunity. We'll be extending some next steps with our building leaders when we return back from break. And we are already beginning some professional development planning based on the outcomes of that document review. And so we've already started that, so I wanted just to give you what has transpired in just a few short weeks, because we know we're under a tight timeline with that audit.
Dr. Gilbert, will we
Yes.
get an update on where we are before the end of the school year with the
Yeah, so the
working
first
materials?
phase, the audit phase 1 is going to be completed at the end of May. So I anticipate the first meeting in June being able to provide an update regarding the first phase and the completion of that document review.
Okay. Thank you.
The next thing I would like to share with you and our community is our summer learning experience. So we've already, again, started planning for that. We've specifically are looking right now at our kindergarten through 6th grade summer school opportunity. So presented here for you and our community members is an opportunity to sign up. This has been posted on our social media outlets. Summer school for kindergarten through 6th grade will occur from Monday, June 16th through July 17th, which is a Thursday. It will be a half-day program from 8 to 12:30 where breakfast and lunch will be provided. We are also working to provide transportation as well. And so by scanning that QR code, you can sign your child up for a summer learning experience. At our next board meeting, you will hear more about our junior high and high school summer learning experience opportunities as well. Also, e-learning. At our last board meeting, we shared a little bit about the e-learning plan. Launched today was our e-learning survey. So again, scanning this QR code will provide you access to both the plan, which is available in English and Spanish, and a short survey where we're collecting your feedback on the e-learning plan. Again, the e-learning plan is designed to ensure we have continuous learning during short-term emergency closures, otherwise known as maybe snow days, heat days, or other reasons that we may need to temporarily suspend school. And so this would replace our LAA days. As you know, next year we're moving towards early release Wednesdays and no longer using the LAA day framework. The e-learning plan would allow us, upon approval, to have access to issuing an e-learning day in the event we have that need for short-term emergency closing. So again, please scan this QR code this week to be able to provide us feedback on that plan.
And this survey is for anybody, correct?
Correct. Staff and parents and community members.
Any other questions from the board on any of those topics?
I do want to, one final reminder about the e-learning plan. Prior to our April 14th meeting, we will have a public hearing regarding that plan. So this feedback is essential to ensure that we will present the plan as part of our public hearing at the start of our next board meeting.
Will you also mention the 5 essential survey?
Yes, thank you. So you may have received a text message today, parents, community members, about completing the 5 essential survey. That is open through the remainder of this week. It is essential we have all staff, students in grades 4 and above, as well as community members, parents, complete the 5 essentials. That really gives us valuable feedback into looking at the learning environment and conditions for learning that allow us to ensure success for both our students and staff. If you didn't get the text message, on the website, there's a flash page about completing that 5 Essentials survey as well. So if you haven't already done it, please do so. We are looking at 100% participation rate. And so again, I highly encourage you to complete that survey so that we can ensure we're doing the best for our staff and students.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Dr. Henderson, I think to personnel.
Good evening, Board President, board members, Superintendent, community, good evening. Welcome to the new and improved People Services Department, formerly known as Human Resources. In very short order, upon our return from spring break, this will be
Thank you for calling People Services. Hope to put a smile on your face. This is Debbie. How can I help you?
That's what you would hear when you call Kankakee School District. Remember, hope starts here in Kankakee. So we hope to put a smile on everyone's face.
That's good.
The community, employees. Our goal here is customer service, providing nothing but the best customer service. As you know, this is our new org structure. Now we will be able, our employees will be able to contact Human Resources, or shall I say People Services? I got to get used to it too, guys. And we'll have a person to work with directly, certified staff as well as classified staff. They will know exactly who they will be working with to ensure nothing but the best. And May 28th, save the date, we plan to recognize all of our Teachers of the Year, Employees of the Year from each union, and what we are calling the K Award, that will be from central office, and then of course, all retirees. We want to send them off in great fashion. So please save the date, May 28th. Let's take a look at our recruitment efforts. As you see, we have been able to receive more than 125 resumes, and as of today, we have second round interviews with certified teachers. We have 27 teachers for second round interviews. Here we have all of the vacancies in administration. Board, we have implemented what we call a fit interview. That fit interview is an electronic screener. So before we even get to see applicants, we have data on them based on this pre-screener. And it talks about, or the indicators are leadership style, team leadership, interpersonal skills. We know about every applicant before we even see their resume. So this has been a great tool that we've added. And here are our vacancies. High school, we have 8 vacancies. Now, let me make this very clear. These 43 vacancies are true vacancies. True vacancies. Right now, we're already looking at 27 certified candidates. We only have 43 vacancies throughout the whole district. Back in November when I came to you, we had more than 83 vacancies. We have 43 vacancies for the ensuing academic year. And you can see the number of vacancies, and our principals are interviewing every week, trying to fill their vacancies. High school, those are the specific vacancies. Junior high, we only have 3 vacancies. Kennedy, a little bit more of a challenge, but she's working diligently to fill those positions, as well as King Middle School. Steuben, and I think she has already identified 2 of those positions. Taft has already identified 2 of the 5 or 6. 2 vacancies at Twain and 2 at Avis. And that concludes our report. Any questions?
Any questions from the board?
Yeah, I have some questions. Thank you for this report. I appreciate it, and I hope, I encourage you to update us every meeting. Great concern about the number of bilingual teachers having been in that position before, I know how hard it is to recruit. Do you have, I'm looking at the job fairs, do you have any other recruitment strategies that you're going to use to try and bring in bilingual teachers?
Actually, we just had a meeting around the bilingual teachers, and yes, we do have 8. And those are very challenging positions to fill, but we are working to fill those positions.
Yeah, if I can also add, we have about 25 student teachers.
That's correct, thank
Yeah,
you.
so 25 student teachers, and several of those student teachers are also bilingual. So we're absolutely looking to tap those student teachers. Many of them have already indicated that they would like to work for us. So that's one. The other thing is Dr. Henderson and Dr. Hall, they're on a recruitment tour, road trip right now, got a text.
Yes, Dr. Harris.
Excuse me, Dr. Harris, Dr. Henderson's right here. I'm tired. They're in Tennessee. The goal is to continue those HBCU and HSI visits as well for the recruitment efforts. HSI are Hispanic serving institutions.
That's correct.
And then my only other comment would be, we know we've had delays in hiring in the past that has cost us new recruits or changes within even internal positions. So I'm just strongly encouraging that we act quickly in responding to teachers who are available, who would like to be interviewed, and decisions made swiftly. This is a critical hiring period. That we only have 1 teacher coming to us tonight is a concern. I know it's the end of March, but people are making their decisions, so.
Thank you for that. I'm happy to report that we have quick turnaround time for these teachers now. Matter of fact, they interviewed last week. We're having our second interviews this week.
Okay,
All right?
thank you.
I have a question. The 43, the positions that are posted, are those including those instructor positions that, so those positions are also posted?
That's correct. Any other questions?
Any other questions from the board? Thank you very much, Dr. Henderson.
Thank you.
Moving on to the principal's report. Ms. Glenn?
Welcome, Board of Education, Board President, Mr. Bowen, Superintendent, Dr. Lance, and those with us tonight, both here and online. Before starting tonight's presentation, I would like to thank those junior high staff that are here and ask them to please stand. I want to acknowledge each one of you with a full heart of gratitude for your commitment to our students in the classroom and beyond. Our students are here with us for a short 2 years, and in those 2 years, we are provided many opportunities as educators to impress on our children. Growing the whole child is our mission every day, so that they are equipped with the knowledge of instruction, judgment for life skills, and confidence in who they are to be successful in school and in life. To the administrative team, Ms. Dahl, Mr. Stevenson, and Ms. Sykes, thank you for all you give to this building from the start of the very early morning to the very late of the evenings. The commitment to each other, our staff, and our student is what guides our focus each and every day. leading with intention, grounded in integrity. Again, thank you to the Kankakee Junior High School staff and admin team. In knowing our why at Kankakee Junior High School and in our purpose to believe in ourselves and know that we belong, I want to take this time to acknowledge our retiree, Coach Wilson. Coach, if you could stay standing for a moment. Yep. I was going to have them do it all at the end, but they could go the whole time through because it's making you smile, and that's what makes us all smile. So Coach Wilson teaches more than physical education here at the junior high school. Like many, he teaches life lessons to our students every day and to many of us afforded to work alongside of him. Coach is always present and always serving this building. To say he wears his heart on his sleeve would be an understatement. Our students and staff will miss the joy that he has blessed us with each and every day here. I have spoken to Coach, and while what lays ahead in retirement may not be known, I believe that he will continue on in purpose and in his passion, which is absolutely always for the kids. It is innately who he is. Coach, I thank you for allowing me to know your story and to see how you have touched the lives of so many people, so many years. And I emphasize when I say many in your years of education. Our hats are off to you, Coach, and our whistles are for Wilson. Dr. Lance a whistle. Oh, if ever to have missed a person, what happened? Afterwards, too, if anybody would like to stay, we have some suites back there. Just you can hear the many awesome stories. I can't do him justice, so I would just encourage you to stick around and to speak to him. A great man, so thank you. Okay, Kankakee Junior High School. Be you, believe in you, you belong. For those staff that were just standing into the admin team, they hear this twice a day regularly, every morning and every day as we go through our announcements. So Kankakee Junior High School themes. We build the foundation, our what, we know our purpose, our why, and we understand the steps in how we're going to get there. So year one, last year, our 23-24 school year theme was Ask Why to Know Your Why. This year, we established a theme, Be You, Believe in You, You Belong. And next year will be based on intentionality. The actual theme is still under construction, educating the whole child in preparation for their whole future. Our enrollment here at Kankakee Junior High School currently is just over 500 students, 267 of them 7th graders, and 235 of them 8th graders. We have 70 students with IEPs, 14 with 504s, and we have 123 English learners. Our Kankakee Junior High Illinois report card, our designation history. A bit of our history at Kankakee Junior High School as it relates to our academic performance is determined by ISB. Designated here, you'll see in 2019 and 2020, we were comprehensive in status. And in 20 and 21, we were not calculated due to COVID. We were then targeted in 22 and 23 with 2 subgroups being identified, one being children with disabilities and one being English learners. Most recently, we received the designation of intensive. This most recent designation was due to our performance calculated both for the 23 school year as well as the last 4 years. Although there has been growth in the last 3 years, the data shows we have had minimal improvement. Our 2023 ISB designation of targeted. This depicts what we refer to as our house when we talk about the state designation. In 2023, our overall index score was 37.94. On the next slide, what you will see is our 2024 overall index score was greater, but it did not improve enough for us to be determined out of the status which we are now. Here in our house, again, the overall index score is 3930, which was an increase from 3794, but again, not significant enough, so now we are intensive with ISB. We are in a crucial year of planning so that next year we see the gains we need as a district and as a building. So in our plan with ISB, we have established 5 goals. We have our academic achievement, which will be to increase the student growth percentile on an average of 35%. We have our accountable attendance, which we will increase by 5%. Our positive behavior, of which we will have 90% of students on track or above. Social emotional wellness, we will have 80% of our students on track or above. And culture and climate, we will continue to move in our results of our 5 essential survey. So for our first goal here, we just spoke on this, our academic achievement. The junior high monitors the student growth throughout the school year, specifically establishing where the students are in the fall, their growth to the mid-year, winter, and then again in the spring. In addition to monitoring the academic growth using benchmark testing, we are also increasing the quality of instruction through classroom walkthroughs, quality coaching conversations, and professional support through an array of partners such as TNTP, the Regional Office of Education, as well as our curriculum providers such as Amplify, to name a few. This is a snapshot of data for our students over the 3 years, here being the same group of students, but in the 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. Overall, the number of red students is decreasing and the green students is increasing, showing that some of the students in this same cohort are showing improvement. The data aligns, though, with our urgency as seen in our historical IAR trend. On this next slide, you will see the same trend, but with the data of our 8th grade current students and showing them from the 6th, 7th to their current 8th grade year. The number of students in red has been cut in half, and we have doubled the number of students who are at benchmark or above from the previous school year. Our school improvement, or goal number 2, accountable attendance. In this slide, you will see our goal is to increase our attendance to a rate of 92.6 from our current attendance rate of 85.71. With a direct correlation of academic achievement to attendance, this goal is a necessity to our student growth outcome. We recognize this goal will require ongoing systematic change as well as parent engagement. Goal 3, positive behavior. This focuses on the decrease of students' off-task behaviors through a myriad of resources, including intervention groups, focus on high-quality instruction, and emphasis on relationships, and positive parent calls, just to name some of the things we are currently looking at. Our 4th goal, social-emotional wellness. Our social-emotional wellness initiative at Kankakee Junior High School has been impacted greatly through Tier 1, which we refer to here as our Wellness Wednesday, Tier 2, and Tier 3 curricula, driven by our Student Services Department, which includes our school counselors, our SEL coach, and our social worker. Our 5th goal here, our culture and climate. Culture and climate at Kankakee Junior High School, like all school goals, is monitored regularly and upheld to a great standard. Through both staff and student feedback, as well as the community and the family, we are reflecting often and striving to have a consistency of improvement. One of the means of this information is seen in the 5 Essential Survey. On this slide to the left, you will see our 2023 school year results, and then to the right, the 2024 school year results. The categories, because I know it's hard to read that, are effective leaders, collaborative teachers, supportive environments, ambitious instruction, and involved families. So in the 5 Essential Survey, we have our student feedback, our staff feedback, as well as our families. In 2023, we yielded a 5 Essential Survey with a report of very weak, which is your red, or weak, which is the pink, and only one category came back as neutral. Then this year, we received the result to the right on this slide, which indicates a move in a desired direction. We ultimately would like to have all 5 areas of our 5 Essential Survey in the green, whether it be light or dark green, indicating strong to very strong leaders, teachers, and environment, the instruction, and the support of our families. Kankakee Junior High School beyond the classroom. At KJHS, we have a number of extracurricular activities with a desire to build upon what we already have. Our yearbook club, our creative writing club, chess club, spring games, book club, student council, and the most recent added club that we have, which was our ambassadors this year, which some of us led us in the pledge, and they're doing a great job here at the junior high school. I guess to summarize what they do is they exemplify every day what it is to be a K at the junior high school. Yeah. KJHS beyond the classroom as far as athletics, baseball, softball, basketball, cheerleading, wrestling, volleyball, soccer, track, cross-country, and spring games, all of which are having tremendous outcomes, including, and I know most of us, we celebrated our basketball team, but the athletes that we are seeing as student athletes on the court make us proud every day, and a big thanks to all of our coaches who instill that in them. Our fine arts here at the junior high school, part of our classrooms for sure, but significant to our school, and I do believe our district, are the fine arts that we offer. And in this building, we offer band, orchestra, choir, drama, piano, and dance. And then our community partnerships here. 14 are listed here for our new just this year, and all are impactful to a great extent here at Kankakee Junior High School. The four circled, Let's Catch Up, Georgie's Closet, the Eastern Illinois Food Pantry, and University of Illinois Junior Chef are the four new added to our total 14. But again, all of those have a great impact to our students here, to a great significance. And so I'd like to share with you what I think is a short video, because it is cut in half of what I initially wanted to show you. And I had the exact same problem last year, so I'm working on it. But this is just a summary of what we think a day in the life of the junior high school looks like.
Glenn, it could have been a little shorter. There were 2 slides with Michigan and Michigan State flags. Could have been shorter.
But did everybody catch Dr. Lance with our Mr. Bretzloff as a shark? In an inflatable. So, what they don't do
Cool.
for the children.
Thank you.
Hang on a minute, I got a question or a comment.
sorry.
So 2 things. One, I really appreciate you showing us a cohort. We were just talking about that. Showing a cohort of the growth over the 3 years is the way we need to track data, right? We want to see growth, and it's really hard when you get that score and it's gone. So thank you for sharing that. The other is remarkable changes in your 5 essential. And, you know, we talk about recruitment and retention. This is what retains our teachers. So when you have an increased and improved culture, people want to stay here, right? They want to stay here and work. And I'm going to say under your leadership, the teachers are wanting to be more collaborative. The instruction is ambitious. You have high expectations. Your staff have high expectations. That's why your vacancy numbers are low, I'm going to guess, is because of these changes that you brought in a short year you've been here. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to public comment. Reminder that public comment is to be addressed to the board. It's not to include personal attacks. The board will make no response tonight to any of the comments. If something needs a follow-up, Dr. Lance or myself will follow up. Robert Ellington Snipes, you're first.
I wish somebody could take this sciatic nerve. I'll be very appreciative. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not in my role here as a district employee, but rather the president of the African American Improvement Association. Something was brought to my attention, so tonight I will read to you my summation, which I just had to write while I was here after a brief investigation. In the case of 501-001-2025, members of the Board of Education and our superintendent tonight, I rise with mixed feelings, but in the interest of student safety and student support, my request is that the Board of Education votes no to expulsion, but yes to an alternative placement such as RAC, SALT, Avis Huff, or any other educational alternative that will continue to educate and provide this student the mental health support that addresses anger management. It's interesting that you see the words HOPE, and I have my acronym for Operation HOPE is Healthy Outcomes for Pupils Everywhere. The role of the courts is to ensure that expulsion decisions are made within the framework provided by the statutes. This is visited in AA, a minor and through his next friend and parent, Elizabeth Basilis, versus the Board of Education in Summit School District number 104. This is the case that was decided in November 27th of 2024. Public Act 99-456, as recorded in their decision, did not take expulsion off the table entirely, but it significantly curtailed school officials' hitherto unfettered discretion to use expulsion as a disciplinary tool. Before expelling a student, 2 criteria must be satisfied. First, expulsions may be used only if other appropriate and available behaviors and disciplinary interventions have been exhausted. That means that that person has went through everything we had, Avis Huff, SALT, whatever. In this case, it has not. This is why this case was overturned. It further states that may be used only if other appropriate and available behavior and disciplinary interventions have been exhausted. As to the second criteria, the school must make all reasonable efforts to resolve such threats, address such disruptions, and minimize the length of student exclusion to the greatest extent practicable. In essence, continue to educate in an alternative placement, ensuring mental health services are provided in the area, again, of my recommendation, anger management. Because I've worked for the Department of Corrections, I worked here as an auxiliary police officer, and I'm in the community where individuals live. Tonight was the first night I had the opportunity to see what kids had put out there on social media. And it cringed. But at the same time, I also know that we also have a duty after seeing that to make sure that we educate and to provide support. because this is the reason why many of our individuals move from the playpen straight to the state pen. They have no other support or interventions. And I've worked behind the bars, and it appears to me that if we provide the service to some of these individuals, especially in the area of mental health, these individuals would not have been behind bars, but they would have had alternatives in order to basically help as far as support, to help them in their endeavor. In this particular case, we're still dealing with a student. So expulsion would only be out. What does it do? Watch TV, get angry, whatever. Our educational system is built for one reason, and that is to basically help these students to help themselves. So when they leave out these doors, we have provided them with the greatest opportunities to be successful in life. And so therefore, I appeal to you from working behind bars. As I tell my kids, I was in prison. I just wasn't sentenced to prison. I had to work 8 hours behind bars and sometimes 16 hours. And so therefore, I see those individuals that were incarcerated when I worked at Pontiac, what y'all call the Thunderdome. Some of them have even educated themselves, or whatever, with PhDs. But the problem is they can't use it because they're behind bars for something that they may have done 1 or 2 times in life as a youth. So I appeal to you all to look at alternative placements, and then to also make sure that in those alternative placements that there's a support system in place for what I consider to be anger management or anything else that they need to address these social ills. Because even though we see this on social media today, it's happening in the communities almost on an everyday. And when the summer gets here, you're going to start seeing it even more. And if we can kind of, like the life skills of Mr. Behind me that's about to retire, if we can get those back into the schools, I think it's going to be a great help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Coach Wilson. Coach Wilson.
I don't have my Dollar Tree glasses today. I have the real reading one.
Okay.
I would just like to read something to the board and superintendent and all the audience here. In 1987, I arrived in Kankakee from Columbus, Mississippi, as a proud graduate of Russ College. At the time, I only knew my uncle and aunt, but Kankakee quickly became my home. My journey as an educator began at Lorenzo Smith School that same year, and from the very first day, I knew teaching was more than just a professional. It was my passion. I have always known that my purpose was to teach and mentor young people. The number of students I had the pleasure to impact over the years is countless, and I cherish every moment and opportunity I had to guide and support them. Teaching have never been about financial gain. It has always been about the impact, helping to shape young lives, and witness their growth have been a priceless experience. Coming from a family of 7 boys and 2 girls, I have always understood the value of support, hard work, and dedication. As I close this chapter of my life, I look forward to what lies ahead. However, what I would miss the most is seeing the transformation of our 7th graders as they mature to confident 8th graders, ready for the next stage of their journey. I express my deepest gratitude to Dr. Walter for allowing me to teach in Kankakee School District 111, to the current administration at Kankakee Junior High, Ms. Stacy Glenn, Ms. Sharon Syke, Ms. Michelle Dahl, and Mr. James Stevenson. Thank you for your leadership, support, and allowing me to be myself within the wonderful school community. To my fellow PE teachers, it has been an honor to serve alongside you, and to the incredible staff at Kankakee Junior High School. I have truly enjoyed my time with you all and wish you nothing but continued success. I also wish Dr. Lance and the Kankakee School District much success. Kankakee have some of the best students and staff, and I'm grateful to be part of this community. Although I'm retired from full-time teaching, I would love to continue serving in the district in some capacity. Perhaps being a recess monitor at the primary school or in another role where I can continue to contribute to the success of our students. Finally, to my wife, Kim, and my family, your love and steadfast support have meant everything to me. I hope I have made you proud, just as you always made me proud to share this journey with you. Thank you, Kankakee, for being in the final stage of my 37-year journey.
Give me some Kleenex or something. Tissue up here for that.
Mr. Wilson, after the meeting, we could talk about all the years back there when you were doing the NIPM program for the YMCA. Remember that? Thank you for all you've done. All right, we have the consent agenda, and on the consent agenda tonight is approval of board minutes of March 10th, approval of board minutes of March 17th, approval of the regular bills, approval of the Head Start Council information, approval of Illinois High School Association membership, approval of Illinois Elementary School Association membership, approval of an overnight trip for the softball team, approval of a disposal surplus equipment at Montessori, or at LCC, approval of resignations, approval of appointments, approval of an internal appointment, approval of a salary adjustment, and approval for a leave of absence, and approval of a termination. Are there any items on the consent agenda that any board member asks or desires to have removed from the consent agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Gathing, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Archie. Any discussion regarding any item on the consent agenda? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Archie? Yes. Baronis?
Yes.
Gathing?
Yes.
Veranda?
Yes.
Verret?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Bolin?
Yes. 7 ayes, 0 nays, the motion carries. Last meeting, I did not share with you that we hired three people. In fact, one person came back to us from A, but we hired Carrie Johnson, we hired LaToya Jones, and Anton Kuhar. Tonight, we've hired, and to join the K staff, Jennifer Fogel, Vanessa Moss, and Suzanne Osei had rescinded her resignation. We also hired Cynthia Alvarez. We hired Juanita Alvarez, Amy Byrne, Yaneli Garcia, Tizania Hawkins, Kristen Isaacs. And those are new employees to the district tonight. Congratulations to those folks. We're welcome. Okay, we move on to the action items. The first is approval of a resolution authorizing the non-renewal of non-tenured teachers and other than final year probationary teachers. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gathing. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by
Second.
Ms. Veranda. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Baronis?
Yes.
Gathing?
Yes.
Veranda?
Yes.
Verret?
Yes.
Williams?
No.
Can you repeat that, Williams?
No.
Archie?
Yes.
Bolin?
Yes, 6 ayes, 1 nay, the motion carries. The next is approval of the recommended expulsion as recommended by the administration. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Motion by Ms. Veranda. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Bronas. Because of the confidential nature of this, there is no discussion. Call the roll, please.
Gathering,
Pass.
Veranda,
Yes.
Verret,
No.
Williams,
No.
Archie. No. Baronis,
Yes.
Bolin,
Yes. We're back to Mr. Gathering. You passed. You can vote now.
I will abstain.
Okay, motion fails. Moving on to approval to purchase Reminded LSC curriculum. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Gathering. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Baronis. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Veranda,
Yes.
Verret,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Archie. Baronis,
Yes.
Gathering,
Yes.
Bolin,
Yes. 7 ayes, 0 noes, motion carries. Next is approval of purchase of a Chrome Care warranty for student Chromebooks. Is there a motion to approve?
moved.
Moved by Mr. Gathering. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Veranda. Any discussion? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Verret,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Archie. Baronis,
Yes.
Gathering,
Yeah.
Veranda,
Yes.
Bolin,
Yes, 7 ayes, 0 nays, motion carries. Okay, the rest of the agenda is information and proposals. One comment from the chair, and that is, last weekend, the high school put on the, I guess it should be more correctly called all-school musical, because we had kids from all ages. It was fantastic, and my congratulations to the director, and but more importantly, all of the kids. They showed incredible confidence up on the stage, so congratulations. All right, any other business to be brought before the board tonight?
I got a question.
Yes, Mr. Williams?
On the expulsion, we had 3 no's and 3 yeses. How's it approved?
I didn't say it was approved, I said
He
it
said
failed.
Oh, okay.
3, and abstention. I said it
Okay.
failed,
I got you. I didn't.
okay? Any other questions? All right, need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Gathering, seconded by Ms. Archie. All in favor, say aye.